Good morning, everyone. This is Curtis Hawks over here with Insurance Agency Marketing Services, and I want to thank everyone for taking some time with us this morning to be on the call. And we've got a good presentation for you today. We're going to be talking about, I think, one of the more concerning topics that a lot of the population has here as we go forward. We're certainly seeing a reflection of that in the marketing and the advertising that we're doing. Before getting into that, I did want to share a few of the different ways that IAMS is here to help support your business. One of those is our new producer builders program. As you can see on the screen here, we've got a variety of different tiers available. If you're a new producer to IAMS, this is a great way for us to partner with you in your business. So as you're producing business, whether it's on the life insurance or the annuity side, you can see the point totals there. You can accrue different forms of marketing, cash, incentive trips, etc. And one of the nice things about us as well is, we try to be very customizable with our advisors. And so if you happen to be doing something right now that works really well for you, reach out and talk to a sales director and talk to them about it. We're certainly open to moving that around. And if you've got questions on the program in general, certainly reach out to a sales director here. Phone number is 800-255-5055. In addition to that, we've got a referred producer program. If you currently work with us and are happy with the service that we do, and you know of an agent who, maybe isn't quite happy where they're at, or you feel like could be a good fit for us, send them our way. Not only will you get a one-time bonus when they get contracted, but on an ongoing basis, you'll continue to receive revenue off of their production. You don't have to do anything. We'll take care of all the service for you. In fact, I've got a great example here just last month of an agent that was referred over to us. And not only did he start producing, but he actually wrote and paid for a life case that was just over 90,000 a target. And so obviously great check for him, great check that'll be coming out to the advisor that referred him. And again, we take care of all that service. So you keep focusing on doing what you do, and it's additional dollars coming into your pocket. In addition to that, we've got our marketing reimbursement program. As you can see there, it's $100 for every 100,000 of qualifying indexed annuity premium. And then on the life insurance side, it's $200 for every 100,000 of single premium life premium and $200 for every 10,000 of target premium. And if you'd like to know more about either of these programs, certainly feel free to reach out and talk to one of our life sales directors. In addition to that, back office support, I think most people take that for granted. And, I think we offer better service than most of the firms out there. But I do think COVID, as we continue to plod out of it, did put a spotlight on the importance of having a good team at your home office at the IMO, from the front end on the case design, illustration front to on the back end, making sure business is getting pushed through, as we still have a number of carriers that aren't fully staffed back in the home office yet. And so I would encourage you, if you haven't tried our service out yet, you definitely need to. In addition to that, one thing you'll notice with IAMS is technology is a big theme with us. We do integrate with a number of different platforms. In fact, that's part of what we're going to be talking about today, is partnering with our strategic marketing partnerships who can offer not only robust technology platforms, but also a variety of ways for you to get in front of qualified prospects. But we do integrate with Firelight. You can see the carriers up there that works for both life and annuity. I would also mention as well, we integrate with iPipeline as well on the life insurance side. You just have to be a licensed agent with us and be registered on our website to access those things directly from our site. And if you've got questions on that or need help getting registered on the site, certainly feel to reach out and talk to one of the sales directors here. In addition to that, we've got our creative marketing department, and creative really is the key word. There's a significant amount of opportunity in the marketplace right now, and sometimes it's just identifying in your local market or area what's going on and what would be a good marketing strategy to generate those prospects. And so the team works across a variety of different platforms, from digital to your more traditional brick and mortar. uh, strategies, but the team is dedicated to showcasing the best version of you out there in your local population or to whatever target market that you want to market with. Um, One thing I would offer up, and I'm going to launch our first poll here, is we do offer a complimentary marketing analysis for our advisors. We are just at the beginning of the second quarter. Now is a great time, if you haven't put together a formal marketing plan for the year, to evaluate what you want the balance of the year to look like. And so you can schedule one of these with your sales director over here, and they'll go through what your target market is, what your business looks like now, what kind of marketing assets you have, get that to our creative team, and then they'll put together a customized, I mean, it's a robust report. It's typically 12 to 14 pages, and it's a complete evaluation of your website, your social, your current marketing strategies, with recommendations of what we think might make the most sense. So it's a great opportunity to put together a plan that you can follow, and we'll work with you and assess it as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get this shut down here so we can keep moving along. So there we go. Next up, IM's website. Again, a significant amount of effort's been put into leverage technology. With that, we offer over 75 calculators on the site, annuity, life insurance illustrations, the ability to do e-applications. We post a significant amount of content on there with marketing best practices, as well as information on industry news. We also offer our sales resource library, which is a great library of point of sale pieces that cover a range of topics, from basics on how does life insurance and annuities work, to premium finance, to advanced business concepts, and everything in between. And you can access all of that absolutely free, just by being a licensed agent with us. And if you have questions on getting access to the site, just feel free to reach out, talk to one of the sales directors over here. Retirement Analyzer. So this is another one of the software platforms that we integrate with, and it's really designed around the idea of, am I going to outlive my money in retirement? And it really acts as a crystal ball for the consumer to take their own numbers and what they plan on saving and extrapolate that out to see what is that going to look like for them. And so you can actually access this software absolutely free as a licensed producing agent with IMS. And so I know I'm giving a brief overview on it, but it very much so is an impactful platform to articulate and answer that question of, am I going to outlive my income in retirement? And again, feel free to reach out, talk to a sales director over here. Numbers 800-255-5055 if you'd like to get access to this software. In addition to that, we've got IMS Wealth Management. We started this, coming up on 5 years ago. And I think it really is addressing a general trend in the marketplace that we've seen over the last several years, which is I think more and more advisors are realizing that they're leaving money on the table, that there's opportunity if they're focusing on life and annuities, that some of those consumers are going to want to put money in brokerage accounts. They're going to want to do investments. And so not only is it a great way to increase your recurring revenue, at the same time, it's a great opportunity to make sure that they don't have a reason to talk to another advisor as well. And so whether this is something that you've been thinking about adding to your business, or maybe you already have your 65 and maybe you're just not happy with your current relationship, I'd encourage you to reach out and talk to Duncan and Charles over there. They do an amazing job, and they can talk about how they operate and how they can make a positive impact in your business. Next up, our Life and Annuity Academy. So very excited about this. We actually just had our first one of the year a couple of weeks ago. Great opportunity, amazing opportunity to go out and hear from top producers and learn about the most current marketing trends, learn about positioning of products, sales concepts, you name it. In fact, we even present on Stonewood there as well. And so it's just a great opportunity to get access to the information that you need to make prudent decisions with your business. And I'm going to launch our next poll here. We are taking registrations right now for the next event. That's going to be in June. middle of June of this year. And so space is limited. But when you think about it, when you're out there in the field, you're focused in your business, dealing with the carriers, the IMOs, your clients, prospecting, marketing, all those types of things. And these academies are really a great opportunity to spend some time working on your business and identifying what should you be incorporating into your practice. And there's big ideas there and there's small ideas. And there's a significant amount of value just being able to network with your peers as well. And so, again, we're recruiting for that right now. Space is limited, so I'd encourage you to, if you are interested, get registered. Go ahead and click yes on the poll, and we'll have a sales director reach out to you. So go ahead and get this closed down here. Lastly, I did want to mention that we still have just under 90 days left to qualify for our Top Producers Summit. As many of you have probably seen, we did make an adjustment to that from the Mediterranean cruise. We're actually going to be going to the Greenbrier, and there's also the opportunity, depending on where you rank, for a Washington, D.C. trip as well. And so great opportunity, all expenses paid event. And it's a great opportunity to have that experience of a lifetime, be able to spend time with your peers. And you'll also notice that we reduced down the qualification amount to qualify for that. Another thing I would mention to you, for those advisors that are licensed with us, when you log into the site, we actually have a production ticker up there as well. So you can log in there and see where you rank in regard to qualification as well. If you've got questions on that or questions on the event, feel free to reach out, talk to a sales director over here. They can certainly help you with that. And so with that, I want to get into the main event here. So let me go ahead and get this switched around. So we've got Tyler Randall with us with Stone Financial. He's National Sales Director over here. And so I wanted to take a couple of minutes here as he's getting his presentation teed up to talk about kind of the state of what's going on in the marketplace. One of the biggest topics that you're going to see out there right now that's really started to grow over the last few years is taxes and retirement. I think most people recognize or realize that our debt is at an all-time high and expect that taxes are going to go up in the future. I think there's no question about that. In fact, the two biggest expenses when you talk about retirement are healthcare and taxes. It's not travel, it's not family, it's not leisure, it's healthcare and taxes. And so knowing that, it becomes a question of, well, how do you articulate that to that end prospect? And for that matter, how do you get in front of people that are concerned about that? Because that's the thing. People that are frustrated and concerned about taxes have money. If they didn't, they wouldn't be concerned about it. And so it's a great prospect pool to deal with. And so that's one of the core reasons why we work with Stone Financial. Not only do they offer a very robust marketing platform, and Tyler's going to talk about that today, as well as take us on a little bit of a deep dive on one of their lead generation strategies, but they also offer a robust software platform, because we can talk conceptually about, well, do you think taxes are going to be higher in the future? Yes. Okay. Well, what does that really look like for you? What if we actually took what you're saving right now and extrapolated that into the future to really illustrate the impact of taxation on your future income stream? And so, when I talk to advisors out there, one of the most common themes I find is most advisors are looking for prospects and a process. And I think that's one thing that Stonewood does very effectively is not only do they provide an effective sales process and software to illustrate that client's own scenario, but they've got a variety of prospecting programs available as well. So with that, Tyler, I'll hand it over to you, and I appreciate you taking some time with us this morning.
Yeah, you bet. My pleasure. Thanks, Curtis, and appreciate everybody for joining us today. So if you've been introduced to Stonewood in the past, our company really has helped advisors and agents make the marketing of tax-free allocations in retirement simple, through our books and our webinars and our client-facing one-pagers and white papers. And we built out a software program to make the point of sale presentation simple and compliant. So if you ever wanted to be able to just share why an IUL makes sense as a savings vehicle to consider versus a 401k from a tax and income standpoint, you can certainly do it on your own with Excels and whiteboards and yellow legals. Maybe not necessarily in a compliant way, but if you wanted to utilize our software, you could do a simple presentation that is effective, that works, and we've built that out. If you're wanting to do planning around conversion ideas where we're taking dollars from a qualified account and converting to an IUL over a period of time for those clients over age 60, and you want a simple way to do that, we've built out a software program to do that. So I think what you should know about Stonewood is if you want a simple and effective way to incorporate tax-free planning from a marketing standpoint and a point of sale presentation standpoint, we've built it out and it's proven effective to work. We've been doing it for years and years. But we can never close more of that type of business until we can open a conversation with a client or prospect about taxes and tax planning. And so what I'm going to share with you today is what we call our retirement tax bill. And you can see on the screen, is your retirement tax bill too big? And you can think about that for yourself. Is your retirement tax bill too big? Do you even know what your retirement tax bill will be? In other words, how much taxes will you pay in retirement on your qualified account? That's a question that a lot of people have on their minds, and most people don't know the answer. And so what we're doing at Stonewood as an ability to build a list of clients and open a list of clients or prospects that want to talk about taxes, and to nurture existing clients and convert prospects to clients, is this retirement tax bill tool. And what it is a custom microsite or landing page that we build out for your business. Looks like this. And of course, your company logo and information would be there on this page. And that question is there. Is your retirement tax bill too big? Find out in 30 seconds. And that simple calculator on the right allows someone to put their name, the dollar amount in their qualified account, their email and phone number. And if they know their tax rate, great, they can slide it there. If not, they can put a don't know and it defaults to 25%. And they press a button. And from this landing page, they get this information. Now let me back up just a second. Let's just say to somebody, this is a custom site that we've built out that you've sent to clients via email. This is one way to do this. Over age 60 with qualified money. And they see that and they say, yeah, I'm curious about my retirement tax bill. I'm going to put my name. In this example, we'll say 500K is the value of my 401k. I don't know my tax rate, so I'm going to click that. My email, my phone number, and I press a button. And just like it promises, in 30 seconds, this screen pops up. Congratulations, you're ready to understand your retirement tax bill. Our team is here to help. That's you guys. Total taxes with your existing approach, $431,000. Total potential taxes with adjustments, $120,000. This screen is designed to hit somebody right between the eyes and say, man, there's a significant difference here, over $300,000 between the number on the left and the number on the right. And that large button right below that, review your result with a financial professional. That's where your calendar link sits. So somebody says, yeah, I'm going to need to review my results because this is a big spread between my existing approach and where I could be. They can click on that link and schedule time with you. Here's what happens. When somebody presses the button and gets this information, not only does it show right up on the screen, but they're also going to get an email from you with a very simplified report of where these numbers come from. You will also get this report, and I'll talk about that in just a minute. But when somebody presses that button, they get the information, but also in their inbox, there's this email that says, invites this client or prospect. In this case, maybe it's a client. I think that's the best way to start, is people that you know, inviting them to a 30-minute complimentary call. During this call, and you can kind of read this. This is we have copy email that you can cut and paste, or you can build out your own. We can discuss your options to reduce your size of your retirement tax bill. We can answer questions. We can make adjustments to the analysis. In other words, get more detail in the evaluation of your tax liability. But they're going to get this report that says, in this case, Bob's tax analysis, and at line items where the taxes are going to come from if they keep their qualified account or if they reallocate to a tax-free. So they're getting a little more information from this report, but really not enough for them to do anything. And they're going to get invited on this email to schedule time with you as well. So the whole idea of this retirement tax bill landing page or microsite is for you to efficiently, one idea is to email this out to an email base of clients and see who's interested. Because what happens if somebody runs this report, they say, yeah, I'm interested in taking 30 seconds to find out my retirement tax bill. All of those leads get downloaded to your Stonewood dashboard. And what you'll get is their name, information, their age, and the dollar amount in their qualified account, everything that they've positioned here. So with one press of an email, that retirement tax bill site goes out to all clients. If you think about everybody you know over age 60 with qualified money, the folks that are interested in a conversion plan can run that calculation, get a report that invites them to schedule time with you, get a landing page with information that invites them to spend time with you, and you get all of their information captured in a dashboard on your site. So this is a really nice way, if you think about it. Maybe I have 100 people that I know that I sent this out to, and 20 people run a report. Everybody's going to show up here. Now you might get 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 that schedule an appointment with you right away. Terrific. Now I've got a handful of folks that want to talk about how they can reduce their tax liability by doing a conversion plan. And that report gives you, it's wide open. If you want to convert that money to a FIA, and a Roth fixed index annuity, terrific. If you want to talk about converting to IUL, terrific. If you want to talk about a Roth AUM, terrific. It leaves it wide open for you to have a broad conversation. But like I had mentioned in the beginning, how do we close more business? Well, we have to have an effective open. We have to have people that want to talk about this type of planning. And we think retirement tax bill is so simple that it allows you to be able to open more conversations and capture a group of folks that want to have that conversation. So that's one idea for existing clients. Let's talk about how do we convert prospects, because that's the second approach to it. And I'm going to talk in a little bit about the playbook we put together to utilize retirement tax bill and how you can use it in your business. But because there's a number of ways. And first of all, there's, anything digital marketing or on your website, if you wish. If you think about that little, the 2 people that are having so much fun up there in that picture, looking at their retirement tax bill, they're having a great time. That's a button that you can, it's a graphic you could use that would link to your retirement tax bill custom site. So that link could sit in any digital marketing that you do. If you're buying Facebook ads or putting out, information on a TV or radio ad or on your website, somebody could see that button, press it, and it would take them to that landing page where they could then use that calculator and in 30 seconds find out what their retirement tax bill is. So this is a way to take and have that button or link live on a prospecting platform like digital marketing or TV or radio or website, just on your website. The other potential projects would be social media. If you're putting it out on your LinkedIn or your personal Facebook ad, if you want to put another button, here's another example, discover your retirement tax bill in 30 seconds, and you could click on it. And we have copy built out for, this is prospects, this is an email copy. So the same thing that we looked at for clients would again happen for a prospect. If they clicked on this, ran that projection, they would get an email that's more custom for a prospect. And we again have the copy built out that you could just cut and paste, or you could modify it to something that you like. But just know that if you want an easy to introduce program, we've built it out. The whole idea is for us to capture clients and prospects in this funnel on your database at Stonewood, that you will get some folks that book time with you already. They book a meeting. And once you have that meeting, great, what do we do next? Well, we have the software that we can show tax and income analysis in a more detailed fashion. In fact, we have very detailed training around all of that you can utilize. But this program allows you to get and create that funnel, get people to you. If you wanted to do list retargeting, which I think is huge. If you've done events, webinars, seminars in the past, and you have a large list or database of folks that maybe RSVP'd to an event that you were doing, or scheduled time with you and canceled, or didn't schedule time with you, I'm sure a lot of folks have these lists that are collecting dust somewhere. What a great way to send this retirement tax bill to that list and re-engage them. And if they run a report, terrific. Now you've got their information. Now they may book some time with you. They have an opportunity to do that. Now you have the dollar amount in their qualified account, and you have the ability to now drip on them with some of our other marketing. We think one of the best ways, regardless of if it's a client, prospect, or you're re-engaging a list, is to follow up with either our hard copy or ebook on the strategy that somebody would see. So if somebody sees a report that shows them a $300,000 tax savings, and you want to be able to, and they don't schedule time with you, and you want to engage them, you might be able to send them a copy of our book and say, hey, I saw you ran this report. Here's a book on the topic that discusses that strategy. Give it a read. It'll take you an hour, and then let's schedule some time. So we have a hard copy book as well as ebook that you could follow up with. And the great thing about the ebook, if you use that, if you send that as a follow-up to folks that run a report that didn't schedule time, you get the analytics on it. So you find out, did they read one page? Did they read the whole book? So if I have, again, we talked about 100 people, 20 people ran a report, 5 people scheduled time with you, I send that ebook out to the other 15, and I see that 1 person read or 2 persons read the whole book. Well, that's where I'm going to spend my time. And I didn't have to do anything but press a button, send a follow-up email with a link to the book that's a further discussion on the strategy. And the cool thing about when people will read that book, they're going to be pre-sold on the topic. So our book is 100 pages. We have a couple different ones designed to engage the younger saver and those converting IRA assets to a tax-free. So you can use the appropriate book. But the great thing about it is they get pre-sold. Once they've read it, they're going to buy into the strategy, and now they come to you with buying signals. They're going to come to you not having to educate them or spend a lot of time on the strategy that they will understand it. So there's a number of ways here to use this retirement tax bill. We built out a playbook, like I mentioned, the top 10 smart ways to put RTB, as we call it, into work. Email marketing, we talked a little bit about that. Digital advertising. What about client referrals? Being able to have people that are that have really appreciated the process of conversion planning to a tax-free, being able to send this link to them and say, hey, would you mind sending this to anybody that you know that may appreciate going through the same process you just did? And in 30 seconds, a referral could run a report, and now you've got that referral engaged in something that could be very much of value to them. So I think there's a number of ways to do this. We have so many ideas beyond this, but here's the top 10 ways that you could use. And just know that each one of these methods has copy and graphics and things built out that you can just plug and play in a process to build out your funnel and to get people from prospects or clients that are interested in conversion planning to on your calendar to then closing business. Because of course we can't close a business unless we can open and have a conversation of value add that you're giving to a client or prospect. That's what retirement tax bill does. So part of the process is a very comprehensive training. If you come on as a Stonewood member and you're utilizing this, we take you and your team through a training. We also have on-demand training that lives right here on our site, so that you could kind of go at your own pace or have your team members take a look at this if you want to incorporate it, or your marketing person incorporate it. And so the next step is, how do you incorporate it? Well, I would say, talk to Curtis and his team at IAMS, and we can schedule some time. If you want to schedule some time with me to talk about it, terrific. If you want to jump on our site, you're more than welcome to do that, schedule time. But we can help you introduce not only the marketing and software that we provide. The retirement tax tool is a lead generation program, part of it. And then we do a very comprehensive training around all of it, not only in person, calls like this, but we do an in-person training that's may come in. Our next one's coming up. It's called our Innovate IUL Conference, May 12th and 13th. So it's coming right up in Louisville, Kentucky. It's included in your Stonewood membership, where you can come and attend and learn all the best practices around not just retirement tax bill, but how to use our software in a point of sale presentation and simplify. Take these insurance carrier illustrations that are 50 and 80 pages and nobody knows what the heck they're looking at. You put the important data points into our software and create a 1 or 2 page report that's simple to present. We do a simple tax and income analysis as well. We show you how to use all that, how agents and advisors have used it effectively in their business. We'll show you all the other marketing tools, our seminars, our webinars, our client one-pagers that you can use for your events and to use as drip marketing campaigns in addition to the retirement tax bill. So we just go through all the best practices. Again, that's May 12th and 13th, and I would circle back to Curtis and his team if you're interested in attending that event. But that's really, I think, this retirement tax bill is one of the top lead generating tools that are out there right now. And if you're interested in using it, just circle back to us. We can give you more details on pricing and that sort of thing. So appreciate everybody's time and attention here. Curtis, I'll swing it back to you if there's anything that you'd like to add or any questions that you have for me.
Probably helps if I take myself off mute.
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah. So I'm going to launch our final poll here for everyone. And then I had a couple of questions for you. We're seeing, as I mentioned, taxes and retirement is just become a growing topic for a lot of consumers out there, and especially consumers who have income, who have good levels of income. Right now we've got, we file taxes in the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. Now, it's my understanding that there's potentially a change for that, and I think that might be part of what's driving that in the not too distant future. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think there's a lot that's happening. We've got a full white paper on the legislative risk and things that are happening right now that our members are using as part of their marketing. And as you know, we make a big deal around why we like IUL. Well, IUL is a private contract between you and an insurance company where the rules can't change. IRAs, individual retirement accounts, or Roth IRA accounts, are accounts that are subject to the change of Washington. They can go in and with a stroke of a pen, change the rules on distribution, how it's taxed, when it's taxed, how it's distributed. And we don't like that, at least not for all your money. And that's what the unfortunate part of most people in the United States. Most of their money's in a qualified account where the taxes have never been paid and taxes can only go up, and where the rules can change. And we want to help tax diversify, help Americans tax diversify their portfolios into contracts where the rules don't change. And I think that's an important consideration to make.
Well, I think that's a very good point. And the reality is you don't have to look in the distant past to see that. I mean, even the Secure Act here over in the last couple of years made a significant change to the ability to do stretch IRAs. And so legislative risk, I think, is one of the biggest risks when we think about how we save going forward into the future. And so, I hope what everybody's seeing here is, as Tyler's gone through his presentation, is it's a very real risk. We know changes are going to happen. We know that, again, debt is at an all-time high. And so there's, the way to affect that is increases in tax revenue. Now, whether that's increases in tax brackets or certainly Congress has shown over the years that they can creatively find ways to increase tax revenue by adjusting deductions and credits and those types of things. It's going to be a very relevant topic, and that's part of the reason why we've been very pleased with the partnership with Stonewood um, over the last few years, because it really does. Again, those two key things, prospects and a process. They've got a very effective way to articulate that narrative and the concept. They're constantly kicking out new white papers, doing trainings, both virtual and live. And then again, the ability to walk somebody through this idea with their own numbers and show them how things play out is just incredibly impactful. So I'll go ahead and shut the poll down here. I think we've had everybody participate in that. With that, we'll have our sales directors reach out to you. If you have any questions, certainly you can reach out to us at 800-255-5055. And Tyler, I appreciate you taking some time walking us through this. I know you guys are excited about this new program. We are as well. I think a lot of advisors are going to be interested in it. So I appreciate you taking some time with us this morning.
You bet. My pleasure. Have a great rest of the day.
Absolutely. And for everyone else, appreciate you taking some time with us this morning as well. We'll let you get back to the day and look forward to speaking with you. Thanks.